Hey guys, welcome back to another Disc Golf Examiner disc review. To my right, we have Jacob Johnston, a local intermediate player. How you doing?
Doing awesome. How are you?
Pretty excited to do this review today. How about you, Vinny?
I'm doing great.
Vinny's our local open player who has a pretty big arm, I'd say. Did you say that?
I'd say that.
Okay, good. Today we have a Discmania disc in the D-line plastic. It's the P1x. This is a putter that's also good for throwing, so we wanted to test it out. We're gonna have a lot of fun with this disc. So let's start off the review by going to the profile. The P1x in the D-line plastic is very grippy. It's not gonna slip out of your hand, and actually has a very deep dish rim. It has a small bead on the rim. Overall, feels very deep in the hand.
When I threw the P1x with hyzer, I took a little bit off it because it's a little bit deeper and I couldn't get a very good grip on it. That's how I gripped the disc. And it flipped up and just went dead straight. It's definitely not an overstable putter.
When I threw the P1x on a hyzer, it flipped up to flat and then rode flat for the entirety of the flight.
When I threw the P1x flat, it flipped over and rode a nice turnover. And yeah, it was a really nice flight.
When I threw the P1x flat, it stayed flat for the entire flight.
When I threw the P1x on an anhyzer, I threw it really high and tried to throw an elevator shot, and it worked really good for that.
When I threw the P1x on an anhyzer release, it stayed on that steady ante the entire flight without a cut roll.
When I threw the P1x for a forehand, I threw it with a little bit of hyzer and it flipped over pretty quick because it's not very stable and I need a stable putter for my wobbly forehand.
When I threw the P1x on a forehand, it flipped over pretty quickly as an understable disc and with a pretty weak sidearm.
Was it a good putter for you?
I didn't really like it for myself because I had more of a spin putter and this felt a little deep for what I like. So I actually switched to a pitch putt and it was working better for me, so it wouldn't be something I'd bag for putting, but I could see throwing it.
When I used the P1x for putting, it matched well with my pitch/push style putt, as I got a consistent release with the D-line plastic and the bead added some nice stability for me.
And that's how we threw the P1x in that D-line plastic. Vinny, overall thoughts of the disc?
It was a little bit deeper than what I would like for throwing putter, so and it was also a little bit less stable than I would like, but it would still be good for little up shots.
Very cool. And Jacob, what about you for throwing and for putting? Overall thoughts?
For putting, I really liked it. I liked the beaded putter because it feels more comfortable in my hand. For throwing, I actually don't like throwing the beaded putters, but the bead isn't too big and I thought that it went really straight for a long ways.
Very cool. So there you have it, the P1x, Discmania P1x in the D-line plastic. If you guys like this review, remember to like it on Facebook, subscribe to it on YouTube. We always put out a bunch of different reviews each month, and we always appreciate you guys commenting and sharing. So until next week, guys, keep banging those chains.